Hello, everyone. My name is Mikey McCoy. I had the unique honor, blessing, and privilege of a lifetime to not only call Charlie a precious friend, mentor, but to travel with him literally everywhere.
No one saw this coming. A Turning Point USA insider has come forward with explosive claims about Erika Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk, and TPUSA's chief of staff. The leak has set the internet on fire, and what's being said behind the scenes could change everything. We thought we knew about one of the most powerful conservative organizations in America, according to sources close to the situation. This isn't just ordinary office drama, it's a mix of loyalty, secrets, and tension that's been building for months inside TPUSA's inner circle. And now, the truth is spilling out. The insider's alleged messages and recordings have gone viral, and fans can't stop asking the same question. What really happened between Erika Kirk and the chief of staff? For those who might not know, Erika Kirk is the widow of Charlie Kirk, the late founder of Turning Point USA, AA movement that defined conservative youth activism in America. Since Charlie's passing, Erika has kept a low profile, often praised for her grace and strength, but this week, her name is back in the spotlight, and for reasons no one expected. Meanwhile, the chief of staff, a key figure who helps steer TPUSA's daily operations, has suddenly become the center of a massive online storm. Screenshots, anonymous posts, and alleged insider leaks are circulating everywhere from Twitter to TikTok, with millions of views in just hours. And here's the thing, no one can tell what's real and what's rumor. Some say it's a power struggle inside the organization, others claim it's a cover-up, but everyone agrees this story has just begun, and the fallout could be huge. So what did the insider really say? What's behind the sudden silence from Erika and TPUSA leadership? And could this leak expose more than anyone expected? Stay tuned, because we're breaking down the full story, the reactions, and the theories surrounding the viral TPUSA insider leak. And, trust me, this one's got the internet talking. Turning Point USA, better known as TPUSAS, one of the most powerful conservative youth movements in America. Founded by Charlie Kirk, the organization built its reputation on bold activism, unapologetic patriotism, and a mission to empower young voices on the right. But after Charlie's passing, the spotlight quietly shifted to his widow, Erika Kirk, a woman admired for her poise, her silence, and her unshakable image of strength. She rarely speaks publicly, yet her influence behind the scenes has always been whispered about inside political circles. And now, her name is at the center of something no one saw coming. Enter the chief of staff, but lesser-known figure in TPUSA's leadership structure. Some describe him as the quiet power player, the one who makes decisions that never reach the public eye. Others say he was simply following orders. But over the past few weeks, murmurs of internal tension began spreading across social media and private chat groups, rumors of disagreements, shifting alliances, and secrets only insiders would know. Then came the leak. An anonymous TPUSA insider finally broke their silence, claiming to have seen everything, and the details they revealed about Erika Kirk and the chief of staff have shaken the conservative community to its core. For months, the organization projected unity, but behind closed doors, something was brewing, and now, it's all coming to light. The insider didn't just whisper, they dropped a digital bombshell. It started as a cryptic thread on social media, posted from an anonymous account claiming to be a current TPUSA staffer. At first, no one took it seriously, until screenshots, voice notes, and fragments of internal emails began circulating online. Suddenly, the story exploded across conservative circles and gossip forums alike. The post claimed that behind TPUSA's polished image, deep cracks had begun to form within its leadership, tensions over power, influence, and loyalty that had quietly been simmering for months. According to the leak, Erika Kirk wasn't just a symbolic figure honoring her late husband's legacy. She was actively involved in shaping key decisions, advising high-level staff, and holding more influence than many realized. And at the center of it all was TPUSA's chief of staff, the one name no one outside the organization had paid attention to. Until now, the insider alleged that private disagreements between Erika and top staff members had created a ripple effect inside the organization. Some saw it as passion for Charlie's mission, others called it overreach. The messages hinted at internal conflicts about event strategies, budget allocations, and public messaging issues that, according to the leak, led to secret meetings and divided loyalties. Within hours, Screenshots of the alleged conversations were everywhere. Fans, critics, and commentators scrambled to decode what was real and what wasn't. Some called it the biggest TPUSA shakeup in years. Others said it was pure fabrication. But one thing was clear. The internet couldn't look away. It all began with a single screenshot, but within hours, it turned into a full-blown digital wildfire. The alleged leak hit X, formerly Twitter, late at night when an anonymous account posted blurred messages, tagged with "You won't believe what's happening inside TPUSA." What followed next was chaos. Soon, clearer screenshots, short audio clips, and snippets of private chat logs began appearing on multiple platforms, spreading faster than anyone could contain them. Within minutes, hashtags like #TPUSAleak, #Erika Kirk scandal, and #TurningPointDrama were trending across X and TikTok, each post more dramatic than the last. Reddit threads popped up analyzing every pixel of the screenshots. Users slowed down audio clips, zoomed in on timestamps, and compared writing styles, determined to prove whether the leaks were real or fabricated. Some fans swore the evidence was undeniable, saying, "This is too detailed to be made up." Others claimed it was a smear campaign, a deliberate attempt to damage reputations and fuel political drama. But no matter which side people were on, one thing was certain: the leak had taken on a life of its own. Every influencer, commentator, and gossip page joined in, dissecting Erika's role, the chief of staff's name, and what it all meant for TPUSA's future. The speed of the spread stunned even digital experts. What started as whispers turned into millions of views overnight. Inside TPUSA, the atmosphere reportedly shifted from confidence to quiet chaos almost overnight. As the leaks spread, insiders claimed that emergency meetings were called, phones were confiscated, and messages were being monitored. Yet publicly, TPUSA remained silent. No official statement, no denial, not even a vague acknowledgement. That silence became the loudest sound of all. Some conservative influencers tied to the organization began posting cryptic quotes like "Truth always finds a way out" or "Loyalty reveals itself in chaos," sending fans into a frenzy of decoding what it could mean. A few mid-level staffers even locked their social accounts after followers flooded their DMs asking for the truth. Others who had previously worked with TPUSA started dropping subtle hints on podcasts and live streams, suggesting there was way more going on behind the scenes than people realize. Rumors of internal tension and power plays began to dominate online chatter, and as one viral tweet put it, "If nothing's wrong, why isn't anyone talking?" That question became the story's heartbeat, fueling endless speculation that maybe, just maybe, the silence wasn't about professionalism, it was about protection. Erika Kirk's name entered the storm quietly, almost unintentionally. Since Charlie Kirk's passing, she's carried herself with quiet dignity, appearing occasionally at events, posting faith-based messages online, and staying mostly out of political drama. But now, the leaks have pulled her into the center of it all. Her name was reportedly mentioned in several of the alleged insider messages, suggesting she had closer involvement in certain TPUSA decisions than the public knew. Some online voices defend her fiercely, saying she's being unfairly dragged into political chaos while grieving. Others claim she's more influential behind the scenes than she lets on. The internet, of course, has turned her silence into speculation. Every new post, every old photo, every vague quote she's shared is now being dissected for hidden meaning. It's a heartbreaking place to be for someone who never asked for the spotlight in this way, caught between sympathy, curiosity, and criticism. Meanwhile, the second name in this unfolding saga, the chief of staff, has become just as mysterious. Little is publicly known about this figure, but insiders describe them as one of TPUSA's key power players, the gatekeeper, strategist, and enforcer. The leaks suggest that this person and Erika were in frequent communication about organizational decisions, event planning, and possibly even crisis management. Now, people are asking if their partnership was purely professional or if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Neither Erika nor the chief of staff has addressed these claims, and their silence only deepens the intrigue. Online theories range from internal power struggles to loyalty tests within the TPUSA inner circle. And once again, the question echoes across social media: what really happened behind those closed doors? The chief of staff, an influential but largely unseen figure within Turning Point USA, has now become a central name in this unfolding controversy. According to the insider leak, This individual allegedly shared a close working relationship with Erika Kirk, managing key communications and organizational strategies behind the scenes. The claims hint at internal power dynamics to war moments over leadership direction, decision-making authority, and who truly holds influence inside TPUSA's inner circle. Some sources describe their collaboration as intense but professional, while others insist that tensions and blurred boundaries may have complicated the chain of command. The insider's message reportedly used phrases like unspoken influence and internal loyalty tests, suggesting there may have been factions forming within the organization. Still, others close to TPUSA have dismissed these claims outright, calling them exaggerated workplace politics spun into drama by outsiders. Some insiders say this is just office tension blown out of proportion. One comment read, "Others believe it's much deeper than that, a sign of bigger fractures within the TPUSA power structure." The lack of public response from both Erika and the Chief of Staff only fuels the fire, leaving fans and political commentators to wonder, is this just another internal squabble, or a glimpse into something the organization doesn't want seen? The moment the alleged TPUSA insider leak hit social media, it ignited a storm across platforms. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit turned into battlegrounds of speculation and divided loyalty. Within hours, hashtags like #TeamErika, #TPUSALeak, and #TurningPointDrama were trending, each one amplifying the chaos. Political commentators jumped on the story instantly, some treating it as a sign of deeper fractures within the conservative movement, while others called it a distraction fueled by online gossip. YouTube and TikTok creators posted reaction videos dissecting every screenshot and sentence, some claiming to have inside info, others focusing on body language or symbolism from old TPUSA events. Comment sections exploded with thousands of opinions, half defending Erika Kirk as a woman unfairly caught in political crossfire, the other half demanding transparency from TPUSA leadership. Even news outlets couldn't resist. Smaller conservative blogs framed it as a breach of trust from within, while mainstream media outlets debated whether to cover it at all, some choosing silence, perhaps wary of legal or reputational backlash. The controversy spread like wildfire across influencer networks, with right-wing personalities dropping cryptic posts that only deepened the mystery. It became more than a leak, it turned into a cultural flashpoint. Too many, it symbolized the hidden tensions inside modern conservative media empires. Loyalty versus ambition, grief versus power, truth versus spin. And as the online world kept refreshing for updates, one thing became clear: this story wasn't fading anytime soon. As the dust from the TPUSA insider leak continues to swirl, the internet has split into camps, each pushing its own theory about what's really going on behind the scenes. The power struggle theory is the loudest and perhaps the most convincing to many. It paints the leak as the result of an internal leadership battle inside Turning Point USA. According to this line of thought, factions are forming, some loyal to Erika Kirk's quiet influence and legacy, others rallying around the current leadership. To these observers, the leak isn't random, it's a calculated move in a much bigger fight for control. Then there's the loyalty theory, a more emotional angle that focuses on Charlie Kirk's legacy. Fans believe tensions stem from disagreements over how his name, ideals, and organization should be carried forward. Some insist Erika's continued presence symbolizes loyalty to Charlie's original vision, while others think it complicates TPUSA's future direction. It's not just politics, it's about who owns the legacy of a movement. And finally, the personal misunderstanding theory, the idea that this is all internet hysteria blown wildly out of proportion. To these skeptics, what people are calling a leak might just be workplace chatter, taken out of context and sensationalized by social media algorithms hungry for drama. As the theories clash online, one haunting question keeps echoing across comment sections: is this really about truth and transparency? Or is it about revenge and attention? Whatever the answer, the silence from those at the center only deepens the mystery, and the world keeps watching, waiting for someone to finally break it. When you step back from the chaos, this story stops being just another piece of gossip. It becomes a reflection of the digital age we live in. One leaked screenshot, one anonymous post, and suddenly, years of work, trust, and reputation can collapse overnight. It's the new reality of power in the social media era, where perception can outweigh truth, and silence can be mistaken for guilt. At its core, this isn't only about Turning Point USA, it's about the fragile balance between influence and integrity, between leadership and loyalty, Every public figure walks a razor-thin line between transparency and privacy, and the more influential the person, the higher the stakes. For Erika Kirk, the Chief of Staff, and everyone tied to TPUSA, the fallout is more than just headlines, it's a test of character in a world that thrives on exposure. What happens when private conflicts go public? When anonymous sources can shape narratives before facts ever surface? The truth is, this story reveals something deeper than a scandal. It's a mirror reflecting the cost of living under constant scrutiny, where every whisper becomes a headline, and every leader risks being torn apart by the very spotlight that once lifted them up. At the heart of it all, this isn't just about TPUSA, it's about trust, loyalty, and the heavy price of public life. This TPUSA insider leak has left everyone asking the same question: what's really going on behind closed doors? Is it politics, power, or something far more personal? The internet is buzzing. The theories are multiplying, and everyone seems to have an opinion, but no one has all the answers. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Is this leak exposing a real power struggle inside TPUSA, or just another case of internet drama getting out of hand? If you've been following this story and want more deep dives into breaking celebrity and political scandals, hit that like button. It really helps this story reach more people who are searching for the truth. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next update, as we continue uncovering the real stories behind the headlines. Because in today's world, one post can change everything, and we're here to break it down for you first.